Hello friends. Now South Africa has gone on a tour to Sri Lanka where they will be playing a one-day series of three matches, and after that they will be playing a T20 series also of three matches. So I will be talking about the one-day series. The three matches of one-day series will be on 2nd September, 4th September and 7th September, and they will be on the same ground in Colombo. And the live telecast of these matches in India will be on Sony network. Timings will be 3 p.m. Indian time. And for timings and channels in Sri Lanka and South Africa, you will have to check with your respective countries. And now talking about this series, the ODI series, let's do a comparison of both the teams. First of all, let's see the South African team. South African team is in a phase of transition where some of their important players are either retired or their selectors are not ready to give them a chance. Like AB de Villiers, Faf du Plessis, they are not part of the series now. Faf du Plessis, even though he's interested in playing for South Africa, but their selectors don't want to include him. So other than that, their team looks quite raw on the paper and new on the paper. It doesn't really look strong. But if we see that this very team performed really well in West Indies, they won the Test series and also the T20 series in West Indies. And West Indies is a good T20 side. So you can't really underestimate South African team. But one important thing is that three of their main players who were part of the West Indies tour are not there in the ODI series. They will be available in the T20 series for Sri Lanka. These players are their opening batsman and wicketkeeper Quinton de Kock, middle order batsman David Miller, and their fast bowler Lungi Nagidi. They won't be playing the one day series. So here, of course, South Africa team becomes slightly weak. Their batting becomes weak. Maybe they will be able to overcome the bowling department because they still have some good bowlers, world-class bowlers like Rabada, Nortje, Keshav Maharaj, and rest of the bowlers. So that's why I feel that the South African team will perform well with the ball, but in the batting they might struggle in Sri Lanka conditions. And now if we look at the Sri Lanka team is not really a strong team right now. They lost in England, and when India toured Sri Lanka, then Indian team were missing many of their main players. So in the one day series, India won first two matches and then they decided to experiment. But in the third match, when India experimented, then Sri Lanka won the third match. And similarly in the T20 series, Sri Lanka won that series by 2-1. But again, many of the main players were missing from India because of COVID. So you can see that Sri Lanka, I won't really consider them a strong team, even though they will be playing at their home. They will have the home advantage. But if we see both the teams, South Africa and Sri Lanka, then I feel that Sri Lanka definitely has weakness in their batting and their bowling in these conditions may be good. They have discovered a world-class spinner in Hatranga. But overall, I still feel that South Africa has got a better bowling attack, and maybe batting wise, both the teams are equal. Sri Lanka will have an home advantage. So, first of all, what I feel is that this three-match ODI series, the matches won't be really high scoring. Maybe the scores will be something around 200 to 250. Both the teams will score runs between in this range, and it will be a close series. It will be a tough series, and I will pick my winner as South Africa. I feel that South Africa will be able to win this close series, and the final score line will be 2-1. So that is my prediction for this series. So let's see how this series goes. what Sri Lanka can do, and if South Africa really do manage to beat Sri Lanka at their home.